The NBA once again screwed over the Oklahoma City Thunder as the schedule was released for all 30 NBA teams, along with when the national televised games are going to be and who has those slots. And I don't want to say the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't get enough because they got a decent amount. I think we got tied 10th for most national televised games. However, there are other teams that I feel like are nationally televised for at least half the season where the Thunder could have easily gotten that 30 range, especially on some games, on some big matchups like Christmas Day and Opening Day. You didn't put the Thunder on those like time slots or games. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me without, and along with the strength of schedule, how many games that we have on NBA TV compared to other teams as well. I just think it's absurd how poorly marketed the Oklahoma City Thunder are right now from the National Basketball Association, because it's clear they don't want to market us. They'd rather market the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are led by Anthony Edwards, and I can't hype around Ant, don't get me wrong. After that, you don't have many guys that are marketable. You don't. Whereas the Oklahoma City Thunder, we do. We have more guys that are marketable. We're going to break that all down here in today's video. Before we get all that, though, just a quick word from the sponsor of today's video. We all know that the Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the top defenses in the league with players such as Chet Holmgren, Dort, and now Alex Caruso on the squad. But are you looking to bring your own sort of defense and protection to your web browsing functions? You can now, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. A VPN, or a virtual private network, encrypts your IP address, so when you're out in public, let's say at a cafe or you're somewhere else, you're at your place of work and you're trying to watch a Thunder game and the stuff you enjoy, like Aaron Wiggins saving basketball, you don't have to worry about someone coming in and stealing your information while you're just trying to enjoy the little things in life, like I mentioned, Thunder basketball. NordVPN has you covered. If you go and use code Thunder, this is the link right here, nordvpn.com/Thunder. You can go ahead and get a discount on your first purchase of NordVPN. That way, you feel safe while watching your Thunder games and the latest episodes here on Thunder Digest. NordVPN also comes with cool functions such as a kill switch that allows you to disconnect from a network immediately if NordVPN is to quit unexpectedly on you while you are searching the web. So why wait on adding top level defense to your squad, unlike the Oklahoma City Thunder that added Alex Caruso to the squad, and go to nordvpn.com/Thunder. That is nordvpn.com/Thunder to add some top level security and defense to your web browsing today. That way you feel even more safe when you watch Thunder games or Thunder Digest videos here on the channel. With that out of the way, thank you NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. Now we can go ahead and get into the topic at hand. Thank you NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into the topic at hand. And I just want to be clear, like, I'm not mad by the amount of games that we got. It's definitely way more than I think some people were anticipating. But I also think we were anticipating, that doesn't really make sense, all right? I wasn't anticipating them to give us much at all. I'm going to be honest. I was anticipating maybe a total of like 18 nationally televised games because it is Oklahoma City. It's hard to market us. I get that. I want to go ahead and say that. I do get it. However, there are time slots we would have been better fitted to play in than some other teams. I'm still adamant about the Christmas Day thing where I feel like we would have been a better team to play on Christmas Day than some of those other teams. It's just one of those where, like, I don't get it. Opening night, all right, first day of the NBA season starting. Why weren't the Thunder put on there? Why don't we have more nationally televised games against the Dallas Mavericks? Why is it all against the Minnesota Timberwolves and San Antonio Spurs and Denver Nuggets for our Western Conference opponents? Why are the Mavericks games not nationally televised? Because I feel like that is the rivalry going on right now for the Thunder community and team. OKC versus Dallas. I feel like that is the rivalry going on. When you look at the schedule too, and this is, I'm just bringing it up so you guys can kind of see. Refresher if you haven't seen it. Refresher if you haven't seen it in a little bit. If you haven't seen it yet, here you go. There are some nice games. There are some nice games to look out for that I feel like should have been nationally televised. Definitely should have been nationally televised. Like some key deciding factors. I think there's a Denver game late in the season that isn't nationally televised. As last time we played Denver could ultimately decide what the seedings are going to look like in the Western Conference for the top four. Very well could be, but yet it's not going to be nationally televised. So I don't get that at all. There are just games I feel like were better suited to be nationally televised, but yet it didn't happen. That's where I'm kind of like, What's going on here? What are we doing, Adam Silver? Why aren't these games being nationally televised? So that's where I'm kind of like, it's a little, what's going on here, man? Some of the games I don't get why they're nationally televised. I'm going to be honest. All right? I don't get why some of them are. Why is there a nationally televised game against Utah? The only reason it would be because it's Jalen Williams going against his younger brother and Cody. That's the only reason. Even then, Utah, just being honest, they don't deserve a lot of nationally televised games because they're not going to be that exciting of a team. They just aren't. I would have liked to see more matchups like that with the Dallas Mavericks nationally televised. I think we have one game against them nationally televised. It's kind of absurd. All right, so that's my first big problem with the schedule release and national game slot. The second problem I have is going in, right here. Sorry, a little tricky there. I couldn't get it figured out. It was a little tricky. This is the actual number of national games for teams and the increase. And I'm going to have to zoom in here with my eyes a little bit, get close to the thing. We have 25 total, including NBA TV. That was a significant increase from last year. What does that say? Plus 8 or 9, something like that, along with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so we jumped up there for sure. We definitely got more games. They're just teams I'm looking at this, and I'm like, why are they getting all these games? Just being honest, they're not that good. They're not going to be a playoff team. Like Lakers and Warriors, I get it. Lakers are a historic franchise. The Warriors were good 3 to 4 years ago. I get it. I don't get the hype anymore. Why do they need all these national TV games? Why? We know what they have. And this is the perfect opportunity with all those star players over there, LeBron James, Steph Curry, those guys over there getting ready to retire, to start and try to market your younger guys and give them even more nationally televised games. That's what they're doing with Dallas very clearly with Luka Doncic, as they have a good amount of nationally televised games. However, Minnesota Timberwolves and Oklahoma City Thunder were in that middle of the pack with the Clippers. Of all teams, we're there with the Clippers. That doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't. I feel like we should have got more. This is the perfect opportunity to try to market your young talent in the NBA, and they're not doing it. That's my problem. The second problem I have, now that we can officially get into it, is the strength of schedule. And this, I'm not going to complain about it or anything, because I get it. I do. I do get why we have a tough, strength of schedule. Or this is the largest increase on national TV games. Plus 12 for us. But I forgot to put the graphic on. I saw we have, I think, the third or fourth toughest strength of schedule. I know it was top 5 for toughest strength of schedule. The thing is, you notice with it, it's all Western Conference teams in there. And it's because the Western Conference truly is that stacked this year. And it probably will be for another 2 or 3 years. It'll probably be the toughest that we've ever seen in the Western Conference. Because I feel like there would be truly 6 teams that you could see coming out of that conference making a shot at the finals. That's how good I see this conference being. There's going to be loads of talent over here with Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet, Luka, Ant, Phoenix. They're going to be decent for another 2 to 3 years. So it's one of those things. Jazz, if they do their rebuild right, they'll be a good team. So it's one of those things where you look at it, potentially very tough Western Conference over here. Denver Nuggets as well. All right. Pelicans, Grizzlies. It's going to be a really tough conference. So I get the strength of schedule. I do. That's why I'm not going to complain about it as much. It's just, if you're going to do that, why not highlight, since it's so tough of a strength of schedule, why not highlight all those national televised games? That's the part I don't get about it. That's why I don't get about this whole, national TV game slate, our schedule and everything, because I feel like there's an opportunity to get a lot more national TV games in there, and the NBA didn't take the opportunity of it. This is the perfect opportunity to market your young guys. They're going to be the faces of the league for the next few years, and you're not taking advantage of it right now. That's my problem. Let me know what you guys personally think down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That's all I have today. Peace.